Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Productions, and I am, I guess, happy to say that I'm pretty sure the leaks are like starting to calm down now. Now, I was incredibly happy whenever they, first got leaked, and I was making tons of videos, but that kind of got a little like tiring and like stressful after every single photo that came out. So I'm glad now that I can kind of go back to my theory videos now and just like concept videos. And today I have a very, very cool concept video because this year is the returning year of the Spirit Halloween walkthroughs, which is what today's video is going to be about. It's going to be about what I think is going to be in the walkthrough and what I think they're going to put in it as they come back after like 2 long years of not having a walkthrough in their themes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the back theme. So the reason I'm starting with this one is just because it's the larger one, obviously, and it's because the back theme's always the theme that has like the more impressive walkthrough. So basically, as we can see here, the layout is pretty simple. It's just basically like a, you walk in, you turn, and then you turn, and then you walk out kind of thing. So it's pretty simple. One thing that I did notice that was really cool though was that you actually have to like walk behind the animatronics to get into it. So you don't have to like go in through the side. You literally have to get behind the animatronics, I believe, and walk through the theme according to what this shows. So I'm assuming that's what it means. I'm assuming that the block, like the thick black little lines, kind of mean that you're in like side of like an enclosure or something like that. That's what I'm thinking it means. So that is very cool. So the walkthrough isn't, entirely like the most, complex thing ever, but it is our longest walkthrough that we've had. It is very, very similar to what 2020 was going to do with the volcano or the cave, whatever we call it, where it was actually like the same sort of concept. I don't really know what you would call this exact shape. But where you would just go in and then you turn again, and then you're kind of out. This is the most, I guess, like longest walkthrough we've ever had, because 2018 was just a simple, straight shot basically, and this one, and the 2019 one was, more complex. It had a bunch of screens. You had to go a little bit more in there, I guess. But this one looks a bit more complex, and it's basically the same layout as what 2020 had. And I'm hoping that they are actually going to have some of like the same effects as they've had in the past, and some of the effects that they planned for the 2020 walkthrough that was canceled, because of everything that went on that year. So, for example, some of the effects, could be like the screens that they were planning on having, maybe some like wind effects I think that they had planned. You could do a lot with a science lab. There's a lot of things that go on inside of a science lab, and I could just imagine like so many things that can happen inside of that walkthrough. Even though it's such a short walkthrough, so many things can happen in a matter of time. I could definitely see some like use of light going on in there. Apparently there is officially going to be some kind of water usage in the theme somehow, and I think it would be really, really cool if they incorporate that inside of the walkthrough in some way, like mixing in the water and the lights effect together, because water and light together can create some really, really outstanding things. So I really hope that they do something with that for the walkthrough, at least in the back theme. I would even be fine if they were to return the like fog pool or whatever you call it from 2018, because that looked amazing in 2018. The effect was awesome, and I think it would make more sense in a science lab, because it just has more of like a sciencey sci-fi feel to it, at least in my opinion. And it kind of makes sense for this year's theme, because in the back theme itself, there is this like blue fog effect that was turned on. We can see it in the photos actually. And I think going in there and seeing this again, it would just add to that whole like fog sciencey effect, like this is some kind of like experiment or something like that. I think it would just fit so perfectly inside of the theme, along with a couple other things to kind of like outdo the previous years. If this is a really, really good walkthrough for the theme, or I should say themes, because the front one kind of has a walkthrough too, then this can honestly up Spirit's year to like probably one of the best years, honestly, because looking at the props more and more, I said this in my previous video, the props honestly aren't that bad. We just have to wait to see what they do. They look pretty good. The prices are, ridiculous, but the props themselves are pretty good, and I think the store itself is going to be a great experience. I can't wait. But I think if they actually bring back the walkthrough and they make it fantastic and phenomenal, and they outdo the previous years with the walkthroughs, then, this year will just be one of a kind, and it'll probably be in one of the best years. I'm just saying that, though. I hope this is, true. So yeah, so on back to the effects. Kind of went on a little rambling there. Anyways, I hope they bring back this fog effect. Even if they don't bring back this specific fog effect, I feel like just some use of fog and like a neon light needs to be in there somewhere. Is for how small it is, I feel like they need to compact it as much as possible to make it really just like immersive and scary for a lot of guests. Even like a shooting fog thing. I know that's probably not gonna happen, but like it would just be cool to like have some kind of like lab accident inside of there and then like have like fog shoot at you. That's more of like a theme park, Disney park kind of style stuff, but I don't really think they're gonna do that at Spirit though. Just that it would be really cool to see though. Just some kind of use of fog though and lighting would be amazing. The next thing I want to talk about is the props that can go in there. So in 2018, we got Lost Her Way in there. She was kind of just like in there, like she didn't really do much. She kind of just went off when every single time somebody went in there. 2019, we didn't get anything in the thing. We got a bunch of like screens with the aquarium, which was really really cool. But it would have been nice to have a prop in there too, almost as its like own little display. And then for 2020, yeah, the concept for that, there wasn't going to be any props in there either. At least I don't think there was. It didn't show any props inside of the concept art for the 2020 layout. So I'm hoping for 2022 though that we do get something like in the layout. For 2021, the Roblox game, I believe, they actually put like the Hatbox Ghost inside of it, which would be such a really cool idea. He wouldn't really fit in with a science lab though, but I seriously still hope that we're getting a Hatbox Ghost like just sometime from someone. Even though I doubt it's gonna happen this year, it would just be really nice to see him though. Basically, I really hope that they do put an animatronic in here because I feel like it does add something to it. It adds a whole other level of creepiness, and it shows a good use of the prop, a good way to actually use the prop inside of like a haunt, or like how to make it look nice with lighting and special effects, stuff like that. It's a good example of like how to set up a home haunt, basically having a prop inside of their walkthroughs. And I think that's why a lot of people actually liked the walkthroughs, and why 2018, 2019 were some really cool years because of the walkthrough and like the little, I guess, haunt element that they had. Honestly though, I'm not entirely too sure if they are going to have a prop in there. If they do, they're definitely keeping it a secret from us and we don't know what it is yet. Hopefully it could be like a returning prop like Pumpkin Nester, Barnyard Butcher, something like that. Who knows though. If they do a returning prop though, like I said, they are keeping it a secret from us and they're doing a pretty good job at it too. Because I'm surprised that like nothing else has been revealed yet, because this year's lineup is kind of small. I feel like it's not like the largest lineup, but we still haven't seen what's online only yet, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see for that. But on to the next thing, which is some more effects about the screens and lighting. Okay, so for the screens and lighting, like I said, they had this idea in 2020 to where they were gonna have a bunch of screens. I'm pretty sure in 2020 they were gonna have some like lava flowing and like I guess something in the lava or maybe or something like that. And they were gonna have some like wind effects, like volcano stuff going on. Of course, this is a science lab, and I feel like it would be a lot easier to do these effects in a science lab theme. And it would have been pretty cool to see in a factory too, but I get why they couldn't do it last year either. Anyways, so for a science lab though, with like the window effects, I can definitely see some kind of like curtain effect where they have like this white curtain and maybe put like a projection screen on it, and maybe it has like Frankenstein silhouette kind of like rising up. Just something dealing with like old-timey like medieval Frankenstein kind of stuff would be really really cool to see in there. As far as like lighting goes though, I can definitely see like some kind of like lightning like striking in there and just having it like go all over it, like kind of like a Tesla thing, I guess. And the audio can like match it. Could be loud, there could be like a bunch of like lightning sound effects, some kind of like chemical bubbly noises in there. Just a bunch of like really neat ideas. You could do so much with a science lab. It could be simple, it could be chaotic, whatever, just something to make it feel Halloweenish and like sciencey. And finally, I want to talk about the front theme. Now, the front theme is going to have a small little narrow walkthrough like they have had in the past, but this one's different. I think it's different because of the shape of the lab. It's more of like a square or a hexagon shape. It's like more of like a hexagon shape. The walkthrough actually, I think, does have some indoor elements to it, which is very, very interesting. Now, as you can see here, there is this little block, the little block I was talking about with like the black lines, that the back theme actually has, and I'm pretty sure that means that it's going to be like enclosed off or something like that. Now, this is just a square, but I feel like whenever you get into the middle of the walkthrough in the front theme, there is going to be something inside of there. I'm just not sure what. For 2021, we obviously had like the chains and the lights and the, little tiles that would like, I guess, have pumpkin guts or something. This one I think is going to be different. I'm not sure what, like I said, or like Pixelated Pumpkin said and many others have said, there's going to be a water effect inside of the front theme and I guess the back theme too. So I think the middle of the front theme is going to have something dealing with water and like maybe like chemicals or something like that. Just it's going to be so cool. I feel like whatever they have planned is going to be awesome in both themes. I can't wait to see what it is though. But really, I don't really know what they can put in the front theme. It's very small. It's very limited space for sure, unlike the back theme. So whatever they have to put in there has to be small enough to fit in there, but at the same time, has to be cool enough to like wow all the guests, basically. Like I said, though, I think the water effect will probably be in the center of it, or they can add a prop in there. I don't know. A prop would be really cool to see in there also. Maybe like a filler prop or something like that. Who knows? I feel like something big is going to go in both of these walkthroughs, though, to kind of just like up the previous years. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. What you think they're going to put in these walkthroughs. What kind of effects, lighting, maybe animatronics are going to put in there. And if you think that these walkthroughs are going to outbeat 2018 and 2019, please let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.